you got some balls or some backbone, bro, it's easy to say, listen, I can't. I'm busy at this time.
Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Think Differently. But the Whiskey with TDV segment today.
Yeah.
So today we are drinking, we're just drinking juice because I have a bit of flu that I'm recovering from. So unfortunately we're going to cheat the system a bit. So it's going to be juice with TDV.
Yeah.
And bro. But otherwise I hope you guys are good in this shitty weather. You good, bro?
Always good, bro. Yourself?
No, I'm knackered, bro.
You feeling better, bro?
Yeah, bro.
That's good. Shimmers, you well?
I'm good. Good, thanks.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Good.
So as long as everyone's good, then we can start, no?
Yeah.
Cheers,
Yes.
bro.
Cheers, bro. This is juice. Cheers.
Juice. Yeah, very nice juice. Raisin juice. So, Sim, today's topic you're going to be talking about, or let me just give you like a background as to how I found it. Right? I was reading an article on Business Insider, and they were talking about something they coined as the Great Resignation. Like the Great Depression, when they said the Great Resignation, they were talking about how niggas are resigning from work, bro, at an alarming rate. So I said, let me talk about it because, you know, I have two friends who are in corporate, and obviously I think they have their fair share of toxic work environment, you know.
Yeah.
Either one is on the receiving end or one is on the giving end.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the toxic environment, you know.
Toxic work environment.
Toxic work environment.
Yeah, bro. You know, it's gonna be so funny, bro, because I'm definitely. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, bro, and say flatly that I don't believe there is that much toxic work environments, bro. So I'll put it to you simply, bro. What would you say is a toxic work environment? Let's actually start at that point, bro. What makes an environment toxic?
Toxic.
Yeah.
From an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
I think it's where there isn't cohesion in the workplace. You know, there's always friction between upper and lower management, or middle to lower, or middle to upper.
Peer to peer,
whatever the case may be. There just isn't cohesion. Culturally, work ethically, you know, there's just no clicking systems, you know, in different departments or can be inter-departments or whatever. But you leave work, you know, stressed, angry, you go to work dreading it, you know. I think it sort of kills your workmanship heading into work.
Yeah. So there is, you know, the thing is, bro, my personal view, right? So I myself have never been in what I would call a toxic environment. It for me becomes personal at some point, bro. You know, when you start putting too much emotion into your workplace, at that point it's gonna start affecting your emotional well-being, and then you're gonna say you work in a toxic environment, right? So there's different segments, right? You could, like you said, cohesion, bro. There could not be cohesion across top management to lower, right? And that obviously is gonna cause problems if there is no team players in there. So yes, by all means, that's gonna cause like a toxic work environment because everyone's gonna work on their own, do their own thing, everyone's trying to beat each other. But it's not healthy competition. It's more of I just want to shine, bro, and outdo everyone else. So you do get scenarios like that, bro. I can't say I've been in a toxic environment, but I can say that when I've had a few rough, maybe weeks or months or whatever with a specific manager, or you know, maybe this new manager wasn't for me. I didn't like his management style, and we kept on clashing, bro. Actually, you know that's true story, bro. So let's actually go into that. So one of my managers that I joined, right? I joined their team, and his styles is very different. He's quite as much older than me, right?
Okay.
Easily 40 something, bro. So him and I never got along. We could get along when we speak to each other because we can speak like friends. But when it comes to work, like he's a very I forgot the word, but like every week he's like checking in on me. Right?
He's micromanaging.
That's the word, bro. Yeah. So he's more of a micromanager. That's his style.
Yeah.
And it's worked for him before, right? So obviously he's used to it, he carries on with that. And I'm someone, I don't need to be micromanaged, bro. If you tell me this is the long-term goal, and these are your short-term goals, right? This is what you need to do. These are your time frames. By all means, me as a person, because my own work ethic will tell me that this is your time frame, you need to do your stuff in this time frame. So you just do it like that, bro. And the thing is, he wanted that constant engagement, and I don't like that.
Was it like that with like everyone else or just you?
With everyone, bro.
With everyone.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for me. I'm used to doing like my things here in a box, just get it done real quick, or however long it takes me, and then I come back and I'm like, this is what I've done. And I'll come to you and I'll tell you, this is how far I am, I'm done here. But he wasn't like that. He liked that constant bickering. And that led to him and I just completely disagreeing, bro. He would send me an email, I'd send him a long one back telling him why I won't do the stuff. Because I just feel like sometimes he wasn't getting me. And the thing is, as a manager, you need to step to the side a bit and see how am I not getting this guy? What am I missing out on? Right? So that's why I say it becomes a personal thing. Sometimes you have managers who, that's their style. Like there's no debating the fact that I'm going to micromanage you. If you don't like it, you can leave. You get some people like that, which I don't think is a toxic work environment. Because at the end of the day, bro, you said, I'm fine, I can work in this job, I'm good to go. So if your manager's like this, they don't tell you what your manager's like when you go there. So if for an interview even, you don't know what's his style. But when you're there and you see now you don't like him, now every day you go home and you're like, oh, this guy, he always irritates me, he's micromanaging me. And then that's when you start putting too much emotion into it, right? And that's when you start playing politics. That's what corporate is. Corporate is politics, bro. It's covering your back.
So what kind of atmosphere did that create, like this guy?
Between him and I?
No, apart from you, just like overall in the office. This guy, because I'd assume that in the rest of the office, you weren't the only guy who didn't like you.
So me and the rest of my team, right?
Yeah.
We were still alright with each other.
Okay.
Like we were good.
Yeah.
And we would actually sort of exclude him and like say, okay guys, this is what we have to do, blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
So we would sort of work without him, there, without him even knowing. So we would still get our shit done to make sure that we still look good and that we've done what's required. And then obviously he gets because he's top management, he gets the praise. That's how corporate works, bro. And it's politics, like I said. So it's at that point, bro. It's literally like when you start playing politics, you need to realize as a person, you are no longer just working for somebody. When you enter the political game with them, right? Then you need to start strategically responding to everything, because in one slip up. Right, based on your previous arguments, whatever, could lead to you getting dismissed. So it becomes a very strategic game, and people think like it's the environment is too toxic. You shouldn't be working like that. Some companies work like that. They're succeeding before you came there. So you understand you want to change something, but don't change everything once. Give it a small change. Once you got the small change, you can try and change something else. Small tweaks will change the whole thing, bro. But when you start trying to change the whole thing, that is when you emotionally get attached to it. Because now you're like, I've done so much. I put all of this effort in there, and no one's recognizing me, blah, blah, blah. And then you get emotionally attached. But that's not how it works. That's not how it worked. Why are you saying now, going home, going to your friends, saying, oh, this bank is toxic. No one should work there. Meanwhile, it's only you that's suffering, bro. So that's why I said toxic environments become very personal. There's people who dread waking up and going to the office, right? Why? What's their main issue? They'll tell you their manager wants too high stats, or they expect them to reach this much in one day. But there's also a whole law dedicated to you. It's in your contract also. Yet you don't, because you don't take the time to understand those things. You get upset when they say, hey, can you just work like extra 10 minutes? I just want to sort out this meeting quickly. And you're like, oh, it's taking up my 10 minutes. If you got some balls or some backbone, bro, it's easy to say, listen, I can't. I'm busy at this time. Whatever the case is. Because that's what you agreed to. You agreed to work in 8.5 hours a day. Now they want you to do like a 9-hour day. It's easy. It's very easy. People complicate it. It's very easy to say no to them. Because in certain companies, you are at the upper hand. Versus some companies, like smaller companies, it's non-negotiable, bro. If they say you're going to work 30 minutes extra, you're going to work 30 minutes extra, bro, because no one's going to really back you up. But like big companies, I feel like they're very caring for their people. They do a lot for their people. So I don't think there's toxic moments. Yeah. I don't think it's a full environment. That's what I personally believe. That's what I've experienced, bro. Yeah. So I've had my fair share of moments that was, I wouldn't say toxic, I'd just say it was disagreements between his leadership style, my leadership style, and eventually, like now we are, we're good, bro. We're very good, actually.
Okay. I mean, she made us sitting there like, nah, I've been to
shaking her head. Yeah.
I don't know how many times I shook my head. I was like, maybe we just work in 2 different provinces. I don't know. But I've had toxic environments, and like.
So what's your definition? Yeah.
For me, toxic environments, it's similar to yours, Hloni. There's no cohesion in terms of the environment itself. I think there's a lot of other contributing factors to it that is making it uncomfortable. The minute you're unable to create value and do what you were purposed to do, and there's a lot of blockages and hindrances preventing you from reaching that, it's already for me toxic. Because if I go into a working place, I have things that I want to add value, I want to make an impact, I want to make a difference. That's what we go to do. But if you prevent
that's not what everyone wants to do. Some people really just want to go and work. Like they want to do what they're paid to do and then go home.